Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn. Okay, we are, a couple of days into the drought now. This was an 8-day drought, I think, so we've had a couple of days. I've got our water pumps switched off, so we don't take too much water out of the reservoirs here. We should be okay. We've got plenty of water stored, we've got plenty of food stored. We shouldn't have too much of a problem. So, yeah, that's fine. How are we doing over here? We've got a decent amount of bad water in there. Looks like we're reasonably full of bad water in terms of storage as well. Yep. How are we doing for canola oil? Not very well. What have we got? Let's have a look at the total. 320. That's not terrible. Okay, so we've got some in there. We've got a little bit in there. And we've got a bit in there as well. Yeah, that's okay. Right, over here on this area that we cleared last episode, as you can see, I have already put in a little bit of explosives. There is a reason for that. And that's because we're going to set them off. So let's do that. Seems almost a letdown after last episode, doesn't it? Okay, right. First of all, we want a fluid dump. A fluid dump, thank you. And we're going to pop that in there. I've done this slightly wrong. I have just realised. But that's okay, because it's only the roads that are wrong. So, that's going in there. We are going to put in a swimming pool right there, and we are going to put in 5 showers, and then the path will go up like that. That's a bit better, isn't it? And now let's have a back scratcher there and there, and let's have, what shall we have? I quite like this beaver bust because it has a beard and it looks very distinguished. So we'll put one in there. And how about a beaver statue on the other side? So this is the only thing currently that isn't getting any bonus for the decoration. So let's stick a bush out there. I don't know why I paused it, but there we go. Okay, so they'll get all that done. That will be the start of our little leisure area up here. I do want to put in some engines, because we are going to need... what are we looking at? 200 horsepower for the Motivatorium. And we are going to want to put in another drill, so that we are producing dirt, because... yeah, we are starting to use up what we've got stored, because the mud baths here actually use dirt. Obviously not much, and we've got, I think, 3 mud baths. 3 mud baths? I think we've got 3 mud baths. So that's using a little bit of dirt every day. As I say, it's not a lot, but we will need to replace it eventually. So... how much space have I left? Have I left enough space? Where are you? Landscaping. Excavator. I need a new mouse. I have not left enough space there to put one in. I mean, I could put it in there, couldn't I? And just have a step up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it in there. We'll put some steps up to it there like that. That's not going to cause any problems. That will be fine. Okay, that's that. Now we'll need the power for it, obviously. That needs 400 horsepower? 200 horsepower. Okay, in which case we only need the one engine, don't we? Yeah, let's just pop it in there. We will pop in a power shaft straight into that. How's that? That's pretty compact. I like that. Right. Right. Let's let them get on with that. We're starting to build this. We are starting to fill it with water, so that's good. So we're going to get some warning symbols for a little while before it fills up. I'm probably going to want at least one more engine on here, because we are going to want to put some other stuff up here, I think. Possibly another wind tunnel. Definitely another mud bath or two. So I will let this spin on, get all this built, and get this up and running, and then I'll be back. Okay, well, that didn't take long at all. That's all done. And we've only just hit 4 days left of the drought. So we're about halfway through the drought now. So all that is in. Our engine is in. Our excavator is in. All of our leisure stuff down here is done. Yeah, we're doing fine. I've put this onto bot operation just to make sure that it's constantly filled. Right, we have 400 power being produced. We have 200 power being used. Now, we are going to want more power. I'm sure of it. So, I'm going to put another engine connected up there. I am going to put in a T-junction there. Yes, and then I am going to explode there and there. We're going to delete this path and pop in another explosives there. And we're going to drop the power underneath the road here, or underneath the path just here. That's probably the best thing to do. And then we can connect up more engines along here should we need extra power. I mean, this will give us, 600 free power. The Motivatorium uses 200. So we're fine for that. And we've got the science to unlock it as well. So that's what we're aiming at. This shouldn't take long. I think we're going to end up putting the Motivatorium, just in here. So we can plug the power pretty much straight into it. Let's unlock it now. How big is it? It's pretty big. I mean, there's no reason I shouldn't put it in there like that and then follow those paths around, really. Yes, let's do that. 1,200 science points. There we go. I thought it was much more than that. I thought it was 12,000. Have they adjusted the prices? They may have adjusted the prices. Okay, in which case then we are going to pause that. We are going to cancel that. And we are going to, where are we? Move it forward 1 square, I think. Maybe 2. Yes, let's move it forward 2 squares, like so. Then we can bring the explosives right up to the side of it like that. And we can keep them buried. So that we can bring the path straight across around the front and loop back that way, as well as connecting up to this path here. We'll put a path across the back here as well, and we'll fill this space in with decoration. Yes, I've paused it again. I don't need to keep pausing it. Yeah, that looks like a plan to me. And then we've got the power that we can bring off of this thing whenever we need it, or bring it off from anywhere along this section here. Yeah. Okay. I will let them get on with that. Let's... where are we? Let's bring the path at least up and around to there. And then we've got space for more leisure stuff in this little area here. Okay, brilliant. Right. That's that. How is everything else doing? I did turn the flow off here, didn't I? Yes, I did. That was lucky. In terms of water, we're doing okay. This is dropping a little bit. This is dropping a little bit, but we do have 3 pumps in here and 4 pumps in here, so that's to be expected. But we do have a fair amount of water in both reservoirs. I've turned everything off up here. We've only got one up here and we're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing okay there. Okay, okay. Everything appears to be fine, I think. Yes, why are you injured? What's injured you? I don't know. Are you working somewhere where you are likely to be injured? And if so, why? Because I thought I'd switched everything dangerous over to bot production. Oh, well, never mind. There's only 2 of you. You'll be fine. Right. I'll spin on probably to the end of the drought now, but we'll see how all of this gets done. Okay, again, that was a lot quicker than I was expecting. I've put in an additional bush there, as you can see. Our explosives are in, so let's clear this path. There we go. Let's get ourselves a high-power shaft. Come on. And drop that in there. And another one in there. Yes, in there. And for the moment, we'll just string that across like that. And we will platform across like so. And we will join that up there like that. Excellent stuff. That should give us our Motivatorium, which is nice. I do like the raked seating there. That's very very well designed. I like that. We even have actual lights on there. Ooh. Exciting. Right. Stop getting distracted, John. That's that. What else do we need? Well, we do want some more housing over here because we want a couple of nice lodges. We don't need much. That's making its way through the dirt there. I think I'll probably put the lodges down this end a bit more. Gives a bit more space for stuff in this area. Yeah, what am I going to put in here then? Let's put in a couple of benches. We'll put in a couple of lanterns and a bell. Yeah, let's pop a bell in. Why not? Okay, that's a nicely decorated little area there. Ooh. This is our Motivatorium. Chopping down trees. Building houses. Lovely. Very good. Yep, like that. More than happy with that. That's great. Oh, and people are coming to use it as well. Oh, and it lights up when people are in it. Very nice. Right. I shall spin on to the end of the drought. Okay, the last day of the drought. I've put in... Oops. That was well controlled, wasn't it? I've put in another wind tunnel. So we've got ourselves some explosives here so we can string the power off. Let me set those off. There we go. We can drop the power down. Well, bring the power up that way and down that way. And then we'll just string across like that. And then we will pop in platforms across there like that. There we go. That will give that power. That will be all of the power being produced by these 2 engines. So we've currently got 400. This uses 400. Yeah, so that'll be using all the power of those engines. So anything else that we want to put on here, we are going to need more engines. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's look straight in well-being. Mud bath we definitely want, don't we? Yeah. Let's put one of those in straight away. And we'll just put the steps straight up to it like that. We will put in... what should we put in here? Let's put in... we've got a bush which doesn't quite reach. Let's pop in a statue, shall we? That should reach both of those. Now, the other thing we need to look at is how big is our tribute to ingenuity. It is that big, and that is not a bad place for it. That's not a bad place for it at all. Yeah, that's pretty central on this section, so everything up here is going to be affected by it. It has a huge range. I mean, we could put it all the way out here, but no, we will stick it up here. I think, I don't know which way to face it either. I think overlooking the leisure area is probably best. Oh, do we want to put it in there yet? Not just yet. Not just yet. How much is it? 12k. We've got plenty. Oh, that's 12k. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe that's what I was thinking of with the Motivatorium. Okay, anyway. And it uses 600 horsepower, so we would need 2 more engines on here to run that. Okay. Okay, well, we'll put 2 more engines on, shall we? There we go. Right, let's spin on. And there we are at the end of the drought, cycle 32. Yeah, we did fine. We've still got over 6,000 water, over 7,500 food. We're absolutely fine. We did take a bit of water out of here. We've eventually dropped down 1 tile, essentially. That's fine. Let's set... Where are we? No, come on. No, that's the one we want. Set that back to 1.5. Over here, we've had a bit of evaporation, but that should be fine. Yeah, everything's still hydrated over here, so that should fill up fairly quickly. This will take a little bit longer. We've taken sort of a tile and a half's worth of water out of this, so that's going to take a little while to fill back up. As is this and this. We've taken, again, quite a lot of water out of here. So, yeah, that's going to take a little while for the water to filter through. Let's open this up briefly and remember to keep an eye on it, otherwise we're going to have problems. Okay, over here, everything is in and connected. Our mud bath is in. As you can see, Jabukra was enjoying the wind tunnel. We've had a few people using the mud bath, but it's only been up for a little while. Yeah, this area is coming along. How are you doing? You are done. Excellent. Right, in which case, it's monument time, I think. What do we need? 400 gears. We have 235. 100 treated planks, we have 246. That's fine. 300 metal blocks, we have 192 currently. But we have 760 scrap metal, so again, that's fine. So that's going to take a little while to build. I am going to put it in there. 12,000 science points. Yeah, there we go. How are we going to connect this up? Well, we could put a charging station in there. So I'm going to put a charging station in there. We do have bots working up here, obviously, because we've got the bots working in the dirt excavator and we've got a bot working in the fluid dump there. So it makes sense to have a charging station within reach. How are we doing in terms of power? We are producing 1,600 using 850. Oh yes, of course, because we've got these 2 in here which use power, obviously. Right, we might need another engine. We're not going to be running at 100%. Well, that's okay. We've got plenty of space for engines, haven't we? Yes, yes we do. Right. Let's dash back here and just check on this. We're doing fine. Okay, right. Let's turn these water pumps back on. And then we'll wait until the water returns and then we'll turn these on as well. I have played on for a good week or so. We're on day 9 now. I've put in a water tank over here. We are still waiting for our monument to be completed. We are less than 100 gears left to go. Less than 100 metal blocks left to go. But I am putting in another tank over here. We are okay for everything. We're just waiting for it to be built. This is for grease. So that we have grease and water over here for our bots. And for our beavers. And it'll make things easier for this water fluid dump as well. I have put in, if I come across here, First of all, I've put in a path across this pine plantation to allow easier access across there. They are using it. Not very often, but they are using it. Basically, if they want to get from here to over here, this is more efficient than going all the way around up onto there. So, as you can see, people are using it. So that's useful. I've put in another engine up here, so I could turn this other smelter back on. These are both now producing, and they are both staffed by bots. Yeah, that's mostly what I've done. We do have a couple of unwell beavers, because despite me saying I will keep an eye on this and make sure it doesn't flood, I did not keep an eye on it, and it flooded. Who knew? So we have a couple of unwell beavers, but we have our contamination tanks somewhere. We've got one there. Do we have another one? Oh, yes, there's one right there. We might need another one, but we've got space, so let's put another one in. Now, where is that? Is that well-being? Yes, decontamination pod. Go in right there. You need metal blocks and gears, so yeah. That's going to be competing with our monument over here, which is going to take precedence, so the unwell beaver is just going to have to wait, I think. We might get that done before they actually become contaminated, because it usually takes a few days before that kicks in. So we might have enough time to get that done. Who knows? We'll see. We are still getting some uneven flow through this section here. I really don't know. I think maybe if we can square off this section, it might help. I don't know. It might be because we've opened up all of this and it's just disrupted the flow. If I keep this floodgate at 0, it's fine. Nothing floods. If I bring it up to 0.5, it floods. So, yeah. More water is coming through here than we can realistically channel through here, is what I'm getting from that. But I don't know where the pinch point is. I mean, it might be there. What's that? 7 blocks across? Maybe? I wonder if coming in and just moving that back a little bit might help. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, I will spin on. I will get this monument completed. I'm going to put in some more housing, actually. Before we do anything else, let's... what do we want? Let's have a row of houses along here. Yes, like that. We'll put one in there and we'll put that one in there. Okay. We don't need anything special for these. But I am going to put in a beaver statue between them because that will cover all of them. And then we can pop in roofs on there. What are you? 2x2, 1x2. Oh, we can have you as well, can we? Oh, yes. Let's pop you in there, and I bet we're going to need steps up to be able to access those, aren't we? We'll see. But in the meantime, let's have a brazier there and a brazier there, and we'll have a plant there and a plant there. Okay, that should be fine. I'm tempted to put a plant in there as well, but actually... Where are we? Shrub. In there. So that will cover the row houses as well. Okay. Okay. Let's spin on. Okay, so halfway through day 12, or getting up to halfway through day 12, we've got a little row of houses in. We've got our roofs on top. We've got braziers, bushes, benches, and a statue in there. So they're all getting a bunch of bonuses from there. And it looks like they're pretty much full up already. Yeah, there's 4 spaces left available. We have 40 housing spaces. So they're obviously choosing to live over here, which is nice. We are still waiting for our monument to go in. We're still waiting for another 45 gears. And another, 75 metal blocks. So that's going to take a little while. It's probably going to be after the next drought that's finished. We're probably going to get the drought warning in the next day or 2. We do have 3 contaminated beavers. There are 2 of them soaking away in the green stuff there. Yeah, they're going to be there for a little while. But that's fine. They're just affecting our global happiness. There's a point. I've literally just thought. You use extract. Let's get ourselves another storage tank for extract. There we go. Again, that's going to take a while because it's going to use gears, so it's going to be competing with the old tribute to ingenuity there. Okay, how are we doing? Let's have a look. Well-being, what have we got over here? We don't have a campfire over here. Let's have ourselves a campfire over here. Yeah, let's put that in there. We don't have a rooftop terrace, so let's put ourselves in a rooftop terrace as well. There we go. Okay, do we want decorations around there? Probably. We'll do that in a minute. Okay. There's the work bell for the end of the day. I'll spin on till the start of the drought or bad tide. And there is the bad tide. That's not ideal, but it's only going to be 5 days. We should be okay. We have a couple of flooded buildings because I was, again, a little bit quick off the mark with closing up the floodgates, but it does mean we've got plenty of water stored all the way through. I've turned off... Oh, I need to turn you off. There we go. I've turned off all of the water pumps basically until we get to this reservoir here. So we shouldn't be taking any water out of these 3 little sections. Obviously, this is going to be entirely contaminated, but as usual, we're diverting all of that down through this way. Yeah, we should be okay. In terms of our tribute, we have all the gears we need. We have all the treated planks, and we're waiting for the last 11 metal blocks. Nice. We have our campfire. We have our rooftop terrace all laid in. So that's good. Yeah, we're nearly there. I'll spin on through the bad tide. Okay, it is the middle of the night on day 18. We've got 2 days left of the drought. And as you can see, our well-being high score is rocketing up. It's just jumped up from about 34 all the way up to 42. Partly because we have the tribute to ingenuity in. So that's giving all of these beavers up here a big old boost to their well-being. I did have a look at the well-being. Really the only thing we're missing out on, obviously we've got a little bit here and there that we could build on, but we are getting things for everything except for algae rations. So, over here, I am in the process of putting in 3 hydroponic gardens. What do you mean you're not connected? Why are you not... Oh, that's why you're not connected. Okay, no, that's very much my bad. There we go. Better? Probably better. Right. Yes, so I am in the process of putting in 3 new hydroponic gardens growing algae. And I am over here utilising some of the power that we've got spare over here. And I'm putting in a food factory to make algae rations. Putting in some storage down here for algae rations. probably a good idea to put in some storage over here for algae, isn't it? Tell you what, we've got gear storage right there. So let's pop our algae storage right on top like that. You are storing algae. There we go. Apologies if you pronounce it algae. I do not. I pronounce it algae because that's how you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it, but you know. Okay, I will spin on until the end of the bad tide. There we go. Back to normality. As you can see, we have, or we did have a well-being of 45 briefly, which is nice. What I have done, or I'm in the process of doing, is basically just going around and sticking a bunch of clocks everywhere. Because they contribute towards well-being. As you can see, we've now filled up our little section there. Campfire is still quite low, as is a rooftop terrace, so we might want to put a couple more of those in. Yes, let's put another couple of those in. Where can we put those, or where should we put those? No, we don't want monuments, we want well-being. So, a campfire, we could get one in there. So, let's get one in there. Where else? We've got a couple over here. So, we should be okay in this area. Yeah, let's do this. Let's pop that on there like that. And then we will pop in a road like that. And once that's done, we'll pop in a campfire on top like that. There we go. That's a start there. And you know what? Let's carry on. Let's put a rooftop terrace on top of that storage bin there. And we'll bring it down. Oh, there we go. To meet the same bit of path there. That should help there. And we can put some more decoration in there, can't we? What can we put in there? Should we put a bust in there? Let's put a bust in there. There we go. Who's stranded? Why are you stranded? What's wrong with you? Oh, for goodness sake. There, you are no longer stranded. Now get out. Get out. Get out. Don't just... Right, no, I'm just going to strand you then. You're stuck. Deal with it. What are you? Oh, no, you've decided to leave now, have you? Well done. Stupid bot. Okay, so we're just waiting for the steps to go in there, and that's fine. Steps need to go in there, and then we're done. Good, good, good. Right. That should help. We do have an unwell beaver. There was a slight, as you can see, accident. Okay, this is all clear of bad water now, so we'll close this up. We will open you. We will bring you down as well. You are already down, yep. I want to bring you down as well. There we go. Okay, so once that water actually returns, we'll be able to flush all of this dirty water out, and we'll be able to turn these back on. I can turn these back on, however. I mean, we're still at nearly 6,000 water, so it doesn't really matter at this stage. Water is coming back there, so we can switch you on as well. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let it spin on for another couple of days. I want the algae rations to start producing. But that's going to be some time. We're only on 20% complete of the first run of, or the first crop of algae. So it's going to be a while before we actually manage to produce any there. But Once that's done, this should then start producing algae rations, which should start helping a little bit with well-being. So I will spin on for a couple of days to let that happen. Well, we are, or we did have a well-being of 47. We now have a well-being of 44, but that's okay. We did reach 47. We are now out of algae rations, but we did produce about 120 of them, give or take, in one afternoon. But they were immediately eaten. As you can see there, 84 out of 194 beavers have had algae rations, which is nice. Okay, but I think we'll leave it there for this episode and this series. We've pretty much done everything that we set out to do and more. We managed to do it with one district. This is obviously the smallest map that we've played on in any of these series. But yeah, we managed to do it with one district without any problems whatsoever. And honestly, I don't think it would be worth setting up any more districts on this map. I thought about maybe setting up a new one over here manned entirely by bots, but it just didn't seem worth it. Yeah. Okay, but we will be back with another series reasonably soon. I want to see how the folktales deal with the bad tide. So that'll be the next one. Probably no more than a week away, to be honest. But let me know your comments down below. Please do give us a like and a subscribe if you've enjoyed it and you want to see more. Give us any suggestions, any hints and tips, and join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.